A few weeks ago, I was having one of those days where it feels like all of your responsibilities are just piling on top of you. I had a workshop curriculum due. I had promised my daughter that I would help her pick out a song for the school talent show. My son's birthday was coming up and I had nothing to prepare. I had to moderate a panel and go to a gala for one of my friends who was chair of this event. This was all in the same day. At one point, I yelled at my own self, "You're the woman who wrote the book called Drop the Ball. If you're running around like a crazy person, what hope does any woman have?" And that's when I had this epiphany. When in doubt, take the advice that you would give someone else. I spend a lot of time connecting with women, and whenever they're telling me about a challenge that they're having, one of the questions that I often ask is, if someone that you cared about was in the exact same situation, what advice would you give them? I always find it enlightening that they can give really fantastic advice when they're imagining that the person with the problem is not them, but someone else. And so I decided in that moment that I would take my own advice. If I was trying to coach a frenzied woman who felt like she had too much on her plate, I would ask her to stop and do 3 things. The first is to take 3 very deep breaths. The second is to write down a laundry list of all of the tasks or priorities that she felt she was responsible for in the short term that was causing her so much anxiety, to just get it out of her head. And number 3, I would tell her to go to any person on the list whose deliverable is there and engage them in a meaningful conversation. Tell them that you want to accomplish everything that is on this list. Obviously, if you're at work, you wouldn't share the personal items that are on the list, but that you've come to a reckoning that it's not humanly possible to get it all done in one day. Ask them to imagine that they're you and to use a number system to rank each of the items in terms of the priority. After I had done that exercise, I had 2 items on my list that I was able to postpone, 1 that I was able to eliminate altogether, and I also got a few hugs and a number of pep talks. Remember, whenever you're in doubt, just take the advice that you would give someone else. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.